Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Yvonne, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a little plant haul of my most recent plant purchases. And as you can see behind me, you see actually a few. There's more down here that you can't really see, but it's actually quite a few plants that I've bought in within like the last month. I think at this point I kind of have a plant problem, a plant obsession, a plant addiction. The other day my fiance and I did count all the plants that are in our house, not including any propagations, but we do have 72 houseplants, which is quite a lot. And then with including propagations we have about 76, and then I did buy 2 more plants today, so we're at 78. I'm pretty sure by the end of this summer I'm gonna have about 100 plants. But it doesn't seem like I have that many plants just because they're all like scattered throughout the house. Some are upstairs, some are downstairs, so it doesn't seem like it's a lot until you put them all together. Then you're just like, oh my god, that's a lot. But anyways, so I'm just gonna like go over what plants I bought. And yeah, just because I've been adding to my plant collection, sadly I did lose quite a few plants to the winter. Just because I am a whole new to plants, and some plants just didn't make it through the winter. But anyways, enough of that. So the first plant I want to share with you that I bought, actually I don't even know where to start because it's so many plants. Alright, so the first plant I'm going to start with is this cute little string of pearls right here. I did have one in the past, and I made the mistake of putting it right next to the window so I could get direct light, because I was like, well, it's a succulent. Succulents love the sun. Turned out the sun ended up frying all the little pearls, and it just ended up dying on me. I tried to propagate it. None of them actually grew, and they just ended up drying out. So I'm giving it another chance. This time I have it on a south-facing window. Yes, a south facing window, so it doesn't really get a bunch of direct light, because I also have it on a downstairs, and there's like there's a covered patio, so it doesn't get like direct light. It gets indirect light, which it seems like it's liking it. It is giving me like new little baby pearls right there. But yeah, I am gonna let it get long. But yeah, I was like super excited to find this, and I only got this one for like $10.99, which wasn't bad, because the first one I paid like 14-15 bucks for it. But anyways, I'm giving string of pearls another chance because they just look so pretty, especially when you put them in pots that have like a face and it just looks like hairs, growing. And then after that I did buy this spider plant. I did have one before, and then it just died on me. But yeah, this one is a big old spider plant, and it is kind of crazy. It does have a whole bunch of like little babies at the bottom, but I've seen some like once they start to grow and give off like babies, they just kind of hang and they look like little mini spider plants growing off of them. So I'm excited for this one to like get bigger and give off little babies. And then I also bought this other kind of plant. This one's kind of funky looking, and like the back of the leaves are purple, which is pretty cool. Like it's green, I don't know. And this one is a trailing velvet. I did keep the little tag so I know what kind of plant it is. But this one I also have in a window that gets like indirect light, so it doesn't get direct light. But it is kind of like, it has all these little marks on it, which I'm starting to think I might have to move it. Because it looks like it might be getting too much light and the leaves just can't take it. But yeah, this is a really pretty plant. And after that I also got this plant. It kind of looks like an aluminum plant. I think it might be like a different variation of it. But this one did have like another one up here, and it just broke off, so I'm trying to propagate the other piece. But yeah, I do have this one next to the window as well, just so I can get light. And it is starting to give off like little baby leaves, and I think it's starting to grow one like right there. But I do water them like once a week, at least I try to. There are times where I forget, and then I see my plants all fainted, and that's when I'm like, oh crap, I need to water them. Alright, so after that I also bought this peace lily. I've seen really big peace lilies like at Lowe's and Home Depot and like other plant stores. So my goal is to get it that big. And they just look really pretty. I know they give off like flowers sometimes, and so I'm excited for it to bloom, but it is like very bushy. It does have like all these little leaves at the bottom, and I keep this one in my living room where it gets like indirect light, and it seems to be doing really well. Right there it is giving me new leaves. But yeah, I am gonna have to repot it just because this pot is really small and this is what I had at the time. But yeah, this is a peace lily, and I believe I got this for like $5 or $7 at the store. But yeah, this one's really pretty. And then I also bought this Peperomia, and I love the leaves on this one because they're textured and like they just look pretty cool. They do remind me of that Chinese money plant I used to have a long time ago, and it just ended up dying on me, but this one's from the same kind of like variety. It is a Peperomia, but this one does have like textured leaves, and it's like a almost like a dusty green color. It's not like a really bright color, but I mean, I have this one next to the window and it seems to be loving it. It is giving me a lot of leaves. It's got one right there, and then it's got like more in there growing, but yeah, this one's like really bushy. And I am trying to be careful and actually trying to water it with this one. I don't want it to die just because I don't have any of these. This is the only Peperomia I have in the house. And I also bought another Calathea. All the Calatheas that I do have, I have them in my bathroom just because I know the Calatheas love humidity. And this one just gave me this brand new leaf. Like, it's really big. It's bigger than all the other ones that are here. I just love how Calatheas look. They just have like the green, and they're just really colorful and really bright. And then like the leaves on the bottom are always purple. And and it's growing another one right here. But yeah, this one is really pretty. And this one hasn't changed color. It's still kind of like a light green. But either way, her leaves are really pretty. Okay, and talking about Calatheas, I just bought this one today. This is a Stromanthe Magic Star. I believe it is. It didn't come with a little tag or anything, so based off of the pictures that I've seen, this really looks like it. It does have like variegation on its leaves. It is kind of like a Calathea variety. So I will be putting this one in the bathroom as well. And this one already has like little babies growing, and it has another one over here. And so I'm like super excited for this one just because I love how her leaves look. They're also like purple on the bottom. I don't know, I just really love how these plants look. They're a lot different than, you know, just your normal houseplant like a pothos or whatever. But yeah, these are really pretty, perfect for your bathrooms. I do just need to clean her leaves because they are a little dirty. They have a few water stains on there. And this leaf seems like it's had it's a little bit damaged. So hopefully it's a happy plant here. Excited for this one. I do need to buy like a cute little pot for it. And then moving on from that, you guys know I love Monstera, so we bought a tiny baby Monstera. This one was only like $10, and this one just gave me this leaf just last week, and it's so pretty. It doesn't have any of like the little holes on it yet. I'm hoping once it starts to get bigger, the leaves start to get those little holes. But yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I keep it downstairs on one of my benches just so I can have more plants down there. And then I also have, I'm pretty sure you guys can see it, this giant Monstera. We bought it, let me see if I can get it closer. This giant Monstera, like look at her leaves, like they're so huge. I love how it has like all these little holes in it. This is one of her newest leaves, and it does have another leaf just like it on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't want to like move her around too much and accidentally break her leaves. And the rest, yeah, the rest seemed like they were damaged and cut off. Like this one was cut off. And this one's a pretty big leaf, but it doesn't have any of the other holes. It's not as big as this one. And like this one was already cut off too, but either way, we still bought it because we fell in love with these giant leaves. So I'm hoping the next leaves, if it does give any more leaves, that hopefully they come out like this. But yeah, this one I keep it right on my staircase landing because it's so pretty, like when you're going down the stairs or up the stairs, and like that's the first thing you see. Her leaves are a little stained, like water stained. I have been trying to wipe them away. But yeah, so far she's really happy. We did name her Barbara. Oh, and then this is Betsy. And then the other Monstera that I do have, her name is Becky. But yeah, this is Barbara, the newest Monstera. well, big Monstera. I was super excited when we found this Monstera because it was the last one that they had there that was this big. And I only got her for $40, which to me is not a bad deal. Like, I've seen Monsteras like with big leaves like this for over 50 or more dollars, you know. But yeah, super excited that I found her, and I keep her like in a little, I did repot her already just because her pot was kind of ugly, her nursery pot, so I switched her to a different one, and I just keep her in the staircase landing. She gets enough indirect light right there, and I only water her like maybe once a week or every 2 weeks depending on how dry her dirt is. I also don't want to overwater her and accidentally kill her. But yeah, I'm like super excited. I'm super in love with that plant. And then we just bought this one today as well. I want to say this is kind of like an alocasia, if I'm saying it right. Either way, I'll also put the name right there. But yeah, her leaves are also pretty big. And then she does have like 2 tiny ones at the bottom, and then she's also growing a new leaf. It always makes me happy when plants start to give off new leaves because it makes me think that, you know, they're nice and happy and healthy. So I just need to get a pot for this one because a cute little pot. But yeah, this is one of the newest members, and this is the only one I have of this kind. I don't have any other ones of this. So hopefully later on I can get more. I have seen like some dark purple ones at the stores. Maybe I'll get one of those next. So moving on to the next plant, I did get this snake plant. I also love snake plants because they're super easy to take care of. They don't die easily unless you literally try to kill them, but you can go like a month without watering them. But I water mine like every week and a half or 2 weeks. It all depends on how like dry the soil is. Like this one's pretty dry. So this one I bought like, I want to say like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I got it for $15, and it's literally growing a baby. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. Let's get you guys closer. Do you guys see the little baby right there? It's growing a tiny baby. Might have to repot her so the other little baby growing has enough room. The pot is starting to like get little bulge right there because of the little baby snake plant. But yeah, snake plants are one of the easiest plants to take care of. I do have, I want to say like maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 snake plants. 2 of them are like really small, but I have some downstairs in my living room where they don't get that much sunlight, and they're still doing really well. They just don't grow as fast compared to the snake plants that get more light, but they're still doing pretty well. They haven't died. But yeah, this is why I like snake plants. And there are also like different varieties. There's like this one that's like all green. I do have some that have like little lines, some that have like little yellow outlines. But yeah, this is the first snake plant that I have that looks like this. But yeah, this one was only $15, which I thought wasn't a bad price. But yeah, I'm super excited that it has a little baby growing. But yeah, she needs a new pot since, you know, dirt is starting to come out from down here. But yeah. Okay, so back then, I think the last time I did a little plant video was probably like October, November. But anyways, in my plant collection videos, I did show that I had a giant rubber tree. And it's doing a lot better now. But now we have 4 more rubber trees, and they're just kind of like my fiance's little plant collection. And so the first one that we have is this Tineke rubber plant, and it has like, its leaves are a little bit variegated. They do look a little bit pink, but that eventually goes away with these. And then it also has a new leaf growing in. But yeah, this one's still tiny. They can get pretty big. Let me show you how big they can get. If they can get this big, they can get like that or even bigger depending on how well you take care of them. But yeah, this is one of the baby ones that we bought. I want to say it was like maybe like $10. I can't really remember. But yeah, this is a rubber tree Tineke, and it does have a new leaf coming in, which I believe I already said that. And now this one is a ruby rubber tree, or ruby Tineke rubber tree. It almost looks like this one. It looks a lot like it, but the only difference is that on this one, like all the outline around it stays pink. It doesn't go away, so that's why they call it a ruby, because it just kind of has like that pinkish reddish tone to it, and it just looks so pretty. But yeah, they look very similar. The only difference is that the like I said, it's just pink, and also like the bottom of the leaves do have like that pinkish reddish tone to it, and it also has a new leaf growing in. And we got this one, I want to say, for like also $10. Was it 10 or 12? Somewhere around there, but either way, yeah, this is another one to the collection. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we do have a burgundy rubber tree, which is just your normal rubber tree that you see in most like stores, like Home Depot, Lowe's, all those kind of stores. And these can get really big also, but yeah, this one just has like the dark green leaves, and the bottom do kind of have like a little burgundy-ish tone to it, which I believe that's how it got its name, but I'm not 100% sure. But either way, this one's still really pretty. Their leaves are like pretty thick, which are nice. But yeah, this is one of the newest leaves on her, and she's also coming in with another little leaf right. It's hard to tell. It's like a little piquito right there. That's also a new leaf that's coming in. I do have her in this cute little pot, and we water these once their soil is like completely dry. And we also did like a mixture of soil, like cactus soil, regular potting soil, and these little white things in there. So we did a little mixture, and they seem to be loving it. But yeah, we only water it when they're completely dry. And the last member of the little rubber tree collection is this beautiful yellow gem right here. This one, unlike the other one, this one has like a light green leaves, with the middle being a little bit darker, and also her leaves aren't as thick compared to the other rubber trees we have, but she's still really beautiful. And she's still giving off new leaves. She's got a little one coming in right there, and same thing, we don't water her until she is completely dry. We also don't want to kill her, you know, because she's really pretty. And this is the only one I've seen so far. We kind of went to this plant store one day, and we were just walking around, and I saw her, and I was like, oh, well, it's a kind of looks like a rubber tree. And then I looked it up, and it kind of is. What it is, it's just a different variety. And this is the only one that I've seen so far. I haven't seen any others at the stores or other plant stores or whatever, but which is why I also want to like take extra care of her, because I haven't seen her anywhere else. But yeah, this is the last rubber tree that we have. I want to say we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a lot. But oh, and we also almost forgot, and this is just a pothos that I've always had. I just haven't hung her up. I just keep it right here. But we also have this beautiful jewel orchid, and this is a lightning jewel orchid, because if you look really closely to her at her leaves, like try to get her zoomed in as much as possible. If you see closely, you see like tiny like little lightning bolts, and it almost looks like it's glowing, because they look like very light, like a light yellow green. And it almost looks like she also has like glittery leaves, like they're like fluorescent or something. Like if you move it around, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like in person, if you move it around, you can see like the light reflecting off of it, which looks really nice and pretty cool actually, because I've never seen anything like this. But this one, we're like extra careful with it. Like I said, we got this one in Spokane at one of the plant nurseries over there, and I have never seen anything like this until we saw it right there. And like, I don't know, so I'm like extra careful with it because I don't want it to die. Same reason I haven't seen any other plants like this. Maybe they have more like in bigger cities, but not here where we live. But yeah, this plant likes to be in shady areas, and it needs to have like a moist soil all the time, and it needs to be humid, because I think where they're originally from, they're like in little jungly tropical areas, so they love that humidity. But anyways, she's absolutely gorgeous, and some of her leaves are like turning yellow, which kind of worry me, but at the same time she's also getting new leaves. She's got one right there, and they just kind of grow like little, I don't know, they kind of remind me of like takis, like the way they grow, like little tubes. They look like takis. And then she's also gotten little teeny tiny little baby growing in there. But yeah, so I keep her behind this pothos. I don't know if you can see, but I keep her behind her like that, she can get some shade. And I try to like mist her or just water her more often because I don't want her dying. But I think that was the last of my plant haul. That was a total of like, let's see, let me count them real quick. That was like 17 plants that I bought in like less than a month. No, actually it's been a month. Like, okay, this is 17 plants that I bought in like since April, and that's a lot. So I'm telling you guys, by the end of the summer I'm probably gonna have like 100 plants, because I'm also going to start to like propagate some of these because I want more, you know, because you can never have too many plants. But anyways, thank you so much for being here, and I hope this video inspired you to go out and buy some plants. There's a lot of cheap plants out there, like pothos are really easy to take care of, like this one. Super easy to take care of, you know, anything small, but it's always nice to have a few plants here and there. And if you're scared that you're gonna kill your plant, go with the snake plant. Those are hard to kill. Or succulents. Succulents are really easy to take care of, especially when they're like little cactuses or something, because they like dry soil anyways and a lot of sun, so those are super easy to take care of. But anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button, and before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.